with the KX News Storm Team.
Well, it's been quite the day across western North Dakota. We started off the morning pretty cold, especially in the north. Look at all these below zero temperatures. I mean, even in the south central like Bismarck, 2 above, but you go just a little bit west in Glen Ullin, 2 below. So a very cold start to the day, and it was windy. It was raw outside. I know when I went to the Bark Park about like 10 o'clock, it was cold with that wind, but look at the high temperatures. That is a huge, huge jump in the temperatures today. And the wind came down a lot. It was still breezy, but still almost picnic weather. Just terrific temperatures, a lot of melting. If your car doesn't have windshield washer fluid, you probably had a problem today because it was pretty sloppy in places that there was a lot of melting. Now, we have a winter storm watch, you see, that goes into effect at midnight. Now, this would be until Tuesday morning. You see the winter weather advisory. That's Sunday night at midnight. Tomorrow night, the blizzard warning and the wind advisory. So a lot of the stuff, there's a lot going on. They're happening at different times. So I'm going to step you through it here. But the big thing you need to know is we're going to have a big change in the weather over the next several days. Round 1 is going to be tonight, and it'll be coming down from the north. It's up in Canada right now. I'll show you the radar in just a moment. You'll see what's going on. And off to the east, I have the blizzard warning, right? But that's going to be round 1. It's going to start from the north and push towards the south. And as it goes further south, it's going to weaken. But that's just round 1. And then the snow is going to be spreading in the south tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night into Monday morning. That's a completely different thing going on in the atmosphere. So we've got a lot of things happening with Mother Nature right now. And tomorrow morning is likely going to be warmer than tomorrow afternoon. Most of us will have falling temperatures. In fact, by this time tomorrow, we could have places below zero already. So it's going to be a very, very big change. Now in Bismarck, it's 50 degrees still. Winds out of the west-southwest at 9. Minot is 42. And the wind is out of the southwest at 7. So when you look at Dickinson, it's 47 degrees, just a little bit breezy. Winds out of the west-southwest at 14 miles an hour in Dickinson. So here are some other temperatures. And again, we started off single digits and some of them below zero today. And even at 6 o'clock tonight, it is still warm. We have a southwesterly wind. That wind direction is going to change too, and that's when the colder air is going to start arriving. So the wind speed is roughly 5 to 15 miles an hour. Early this morning, a lot windier than that, so it really did turn out to be, for February, a pretty nice day. So here's our radar and the wind direction. So most of the action right now is off to the northeast, but if you look, that's what's going to be heading south tonight. And if you look here, you notice the brown, that is heavy snow. Now that's up in Canada. It's going to weaken as it moves south, so we're not going to like get dumped on in the north, but that's what's going to be heading south. Most of it is going to be here while we're sleeping tonight. So we have this big change in the weather. Here we are at 7 o'clock tonight. That's where the center of the low is. The warm front pushed through. We warmed up very nicely today. We're in the warm sector, right? And so then by overnight tonight, notice how that kind of pushes to the south. Might even be a little freezing rain depending on the temperatures and stuff. A little mixed, wintry mix, but snow to the north. And then by 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, it looks like, at least in the far northern counties, it might already shut down. This is going to be very light snow. This is not a huge issue as far as snow totals. And this is all part of round 1. And then tomorrow night, this doesn't look that bad. The bigger snows are off to the west and to the southwest, but that's what's going to be heading to the east and northeast. And notice all these different colors here. This would be really light snow, but we would have snow enveloping the southern part of the state. But most of the snow, at least tomorrow evening, is going to be in South Dakota and along the South Dakota border. So some of the borders like Sioux County could get dumped on potentially when this is all said and done. And then once we get into tomorrow or Monday evening, Arctic air is going to be moving in. For several days, we may stay below zero. So I want to show you a couple of different forecast models here. And this is just through 10 o'clock Monday morning. Now this is going to be mostly tonight into tomorrow in the north, but notice how along the South Dakota border, that's where the heavier snow is according to this high resolution model. And Bismarck would come in, 3, 4, 5 inches according to this model. The other model's similar for Bismarck, but you can see the heavier snow is expected to be in the southern part of the state. So as we look at the temperature forecast, here we are tomorrow morning, early in the morning, but notice how the temperatures fall through the day. And when we look at the 72-hour planner for Dickinson. It is going to be cold. It's going to be cold in Williston as well. So here's a look at Bismarck tomorrow. Falling temperatures. Same thing in Minot. And Brooke, I'll be back at the end of the news and I'll have the full 7-day forecast for you.
Yeah, such a departure from the weather that we have been having, Tom. Thank you. Coming up in sports.